regardless, I imagine it's not going to be too good. I don't think it's going to get any better. I'm just going to leave it at that. I feel like the more I try to mess with it, it's just going to get worse. Anyway, these two runners are super good at this category. This is going to be a very interesting race. They're 4 seconds apart from each other, PB-wise. Stephen with a 34.56 and Louis with a 35 flat. Both very good times. Stephen's stream's struggling. It'll keep this interesting. It'll be very suspenseful, because it's gonna buffer like right before an important part of the level or something. He must have lowered the bitrate, because now it looks pretty blocky. I can try doing that again. Oh, come on, it was so close. 136. Hopefully we don't have any more buffers. Louis does not get the shell jump. Let's see how Stephen does. Doesn't get it either. And Louis threw the shell too early and Stephen threw it too late. Stephen actually just did a No Cape, No Starworld run for the ASM Marathon. Got a 37.56, I believe. His most difficult level was Chocolate Secret. So we'll see if he has the same troubles in this race. Alright, commentary is back. Sorry about that. Alright, so what happened while I was gone? Stephen went small strats for World 2, and Louis went fire strats, and they both did really well. And then Stephen lost fire just like he did in his ASM run. And that's like the only major mistake so far. And Stephen's behind by about 8 seconds. And both runners decided to get backup flowers in VD1. Probably a good idea. I love how the wiggliness on Stephen's stream is like right on the status bar. I hope that's not like actually on his TV, because that would be really distracting. I imagine it's just the capture. Louis has a great Reznor kill. See how Stevens is. Not bad. Taking it a little safe on the last hit. Better go for the swag. He went for the swag in his marathon run. So I imagine he's probably going to do it again. Get those Yoshi hops. I love how those look when Mario has P-Speed. It's always nice when the races are close like this, but of course that means we get 2 Butterbridge 1s at the same time. See if we'll have any vines. I'm more a fan of the invisible block trick in this level. Ah, Louis tried it. Didn't get it though. Without that extra turn block to rub up against, it's kind of hard to set up a sideways dupe really quickly. And Stephen just did not go for it. Here's Butterbridge 2. I saw Louis was practicing the swag also, so we'll see if he goes for it. He does not. What a shame. Does grab the blue shell, no problem. And I believe Stephen did do the swag. You couldn't see it because it was buffering, but I'm pretty sure I saw him rising up from underneath the platform there. Ooh. That's not too big a time loss. But it is a time loss. That was probably the best place to lose Yoshi in that level. since Yoshi is what makes Butterbridge 2 free, he'll just have to pick up another one at the beginning of FY1. Nice Ludwig from Louis. Even got the Ludwig jump. Free trick. Steven gets it too. Let's see, Louis had a 1710 Ludwig fade out, and Steven is going to have a 1727. 1728. It's about 18 seconds difference on that split, and he also does have to grab a Yoshi. So he's about 20 seconds. Maybe a little more. Though we'll see if he knows how to do the beginning of the level, or if he'll just take it safe. The normal jump off of the Koopa is kind of tricky when you don't have Yoshi. And if you don't expect it to be tricky, you go for it and miss it, and you fall right in a pit. And don't know exactly how he handled that, but he didn't die, so that's good. Oh, lost Yoshi. Got him back. I believe he jumped off of the turn block instead of hitting it from beneath, which is a good way of doing the beginning of that level. Louis gets clipped first try. See how Stevens goes. If we'll even be able to see it. I wonder if he's playing on that multicolored TV. Ooh. That 25% knockout chance. Oh, now he's going. Alright. He took a last-ditch effort. He did the backup that only gives you one extra chance. Add a good clip percentage, and he did get it. Louis with Dirty Bubble does not get the wall jump. I saw he was practicing that earlier. So we'll see what bubble pattern he gets. Yeah. So that Goomba spawned really late because he spent too much time at the beginning of the level. Or not too much time, he spent more time. See if Steven can get wall jump. He didn't get it either. I'm telling you, getting Dirty Bubble just messes you up and you can't get the wall jump. They're mutually exclusive. See how Steven's bubble is. Very good. Holds on to the shell so that the he can hit the bubble without running into it. He also got a corner clip on one of the blocks. Kind of tripped him up there. Alright, both runners going into Roy's with two fire flowers. Louis looks like he got that just fine. Going into the Roy fight with fire. We'll see if Steven can do the same. Easy peasy. Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything. I was just about to say, the one tricky thing about that trick is jumping at the end. I find that part to be more stressful than dropping the item from the item box, because you only have a few frames there to jump, and that's if you drop the item as late as possible. Drop it even earlier, then you might not even be able to make it across. So that's going to cost Stephen a little bit of time, about 4 seconds. Although he will probably pick up the mushroom at the beginning of CI1 in order to do the deboost strat in the ghost house. And Louis gets the fireball dino at the end of CI1. The more common strat is just to throw the P-switch and use a spin jump on that guy. You slow down ever so slightly when you hit that guy with a spin jump. It is faster to burn him with fire. But it is not an easy trick. Louis going for damage boostless ghost house. I'm interested to see what he's going to do in room 3 of this level. The more common strat is to stay small and run underneath the chucks. But with fire, that's going to not be the case. See Stephen taking the damage boost there to make it easy peasy. Ooh, corner clip. That was very nice though. Nice chuck bounces. And I suppose that makes Chocolate Secret a little bit safer, because room 1 can be hectic with all the footballs. And when you have fire, or I should say, when you're not small, you can afford to take the risk of just jumping right into the chucks. We'll see Stephen probably do the safer strat, which is to grab on the Buzzy Beetle shell and throw it at the chuck. The first chuck on the hill. He likes to throw footballs sometimes, and if that football gets out of hand, it's really hard to dodge. Louis gets Crusher Skip, easy. Does not go for Undersaw. I'm really curious to see if Stephen will go for it, because he did go for it in his marathon run just a little bit ago. And Louis has no problem with room 2 of Wendy's. delaying just a little bit right after the first jump. Delays the moving ceiling to be in just the right pattern so that it's really easy to make all the jumps. Stephen does go for it. Goes for undersaw and he got it, so he's going to save about a second there on Louis. I think it was funny because when I was... Stephen asked me how easy that trick was, and I said, you have to do a left-right, kind of similar to shell jump. It's like, well, I'm no good at shell jumps, so I'm not going to do that. And yet he goes for it the most often out of all the people I've seen. Ooh, Stephen getting tricked by Wendy's minions. Seeing some deja vu here. He's going to have to pick up the mushroom at the beginning of Ghost Ship, or swim through boo rings. That is an option. Yeah, I was just about to mention Louis is on a very good run. He's only a second and a half behind his PB of 35 flat. And his PB does not have sandbar. Is this double despawn? No. Okay, it was very close. Either that or he slowed down. I couldn't tell. He might have slowed down just a tiny bit in order to avoid it. You only need to... After that boo pattern I saw, you only need to like let go of right for a frame or two to avoid double despawn. It's really hard to see. I think Stephen delayed a little bit too much to be able to even get it. I'll know for sure after this little tunnel.
Orb.
Oh no, he might get it. But he did slow down. I saw him slow down, so... Yep. Scrollless boo ring despawn for both of them. This is still a pretty good race. I mean, all it takes is one death, and it's a close race again.
Orb.
Fantastic Rob 1 from Louis. That was beautiful. Oh, and with all the buffering that just happened, the timers are exactly synced now. Not exactly, but within a second. Alright, we see if Louis is going to go for sandbar. He's on a PB run, so... Oh! There it is. Alright, so now he's a good like 11 seconds ahead of his PB. Stephen is going to pretty much have to get sandbar to even have a chance in this race. Iron jump. Did not get it. So it's going to cost him about a second or two. Double sandbar. Louis jumps a tiny bit too early there, just to save the frames. Running off of that ledge. This is going to be scary. He doesn't have that extra hit anymore for Reznor. In case he's not very nice. Looks like he tried to keep peace speed there. That's a scary strat. Steven also does not get iron jump. Reznor being very nice. No fireballs really at all. And the split is a 32-25. He is 10.3 ahead right now. So, as long as he doesn't completely choke the Bowser fight, then you'll be seeing Louis finally get the 34. I think he's had several PBs with like a very low 35, and his current is a 35 flat, so I bet that feels nice. Steven has a nice vob for it. And Steven's split is a 33-19. Which puts him about 54 seconds behind. And I think at this point, Steven's looking for Louis to die in Bowser fight in order to win this race. Ball skip. It's an interesting phase 2 hit. But it worked. And it was very quick. One last hit. And even a fast hit. Look at that. And Louis has a final time of 34.49, 34.50 in SRL room. GG. Congrats on the PB. But it finally feels nice to get that 34. Meanwhile, here's Steven's finishing up Bowser in the last phase. Steven also did not have a bad run. He's gonna get a 35, which is not terrible at all. But in order to have beaten Louis, he would have also had to PB, because his PB is a 34.56. Ooh, doesn't get the fast hit. And there. Oh no! Bowser can't get hit on the very left side. And that guy's gonna walk off. $play WH AT. And Steven finishes with a 36.03, 36.04 in race room. And there you have it. That means Louis will be moving on to face me in the losers final. which will not be tonight. It's going to be at least a while from now, because I'm going to bed. But yes, congrats Louis on the win, and GG Steven. That means, I think, I don't know exactly how this works. I think that makes Steven gets 4th place overall in the tournament. If you were to rank everybody by their standings. And the next match will determine who gets 3rd place. So yeah, that is all from me. Thank you guys for watching. And again, GG to the racers.